The Eibach Sportline lowering springs are going to be a good option for the owners out there who are looking for a progressive rate spring that'll give an aggressive drop and aggressive handling. The spring is perfect for those owners out there that are willing to sacrifice some of the nicer amenities of a soft ride quality in order to gain one of the biggest drops from a lowering spring. These springs will lower the car 1.7 inches in the front and 1.5 in the rear. As far as the install goes, you're looking at a 2 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter, and you can plan on spending a half a day to get the install done. The Sportline springs are a very popular aftermarket spring, not just for these cars, but across multiple generations because of the amount of drop that they offer. Right now, this kit is going to be your go-to choice if you're looking to drop the car as low as possible in a lowering spring. And even though these offer a lot of drop, the Sportlines feature a progressive or dual rate spring, which is always a great choice for a street car because it'll be relatively comfortable in cruising, but progressively get firmer when you start pushing the car. And that's reflected in the spring rates. Some of the benefits of using a progressive rate spring like this include improved roll control over a traditional linear spring, especially when paired with a set of matched sway bars like the Eibach sway bars. Ride quality is something that's going to be subjective, but I can at least give you an idea of what to expect here. Taking into consideration the fact that these offer a good amount of drop and that they are progressive, you can definitely expect a firmer ride quality. You are going to notice more bumps in the road and have more of what I'd call a sporty ride quality, but it isn't a bad ride quality at all. Another thing that I wanted to bring up here is caster camber plates. Caster camber plates are always going to be a good idea when you lower your car, but they don't really become necessary until you hit 1.5 inches or lower. In this case, I'd say that a set of CC plates are needed if you don't already have a set, since these offer a big drop. That way, you know that you'll be able to get your car alignment back in spec after the install. And speaking of extra things here, it's also always a good idea to pick up the new spring isolators, especially if they have a lot of miles on them. These springs are still going to allow the car to clear the stock wheels and tires, but they'll also clear the pre-configured wheel and tire combo kits that we offer here on the site for the specific generations, so you won't have to worry about rubbing. And I do want to specify that these will fit the 79-04 V8 coupes and the 99-04 V6 convertible Mustangs. They will not fit the 99-04 Cobras due to the IRS. When it comes to price, you can expect to pay just north of the $250 mark for these springs. If this price sounds a bit high for you, you can always shop around for another brand and save a little bit of money. SR Performance is very budget friendly, and Vogelin, ST Suspension, and Ford Performance all have similar offerings for a touch less than these springs. As far as the install goes, this isn't a difficult install, but it does involve a lot of work. I'm going to call this one a 2 out of 3 wrenches in the difficulty meter, looking at spending a half a day in the garage, and you'll need an assortment of wrenches and sockets, and of course a spring compressor and a jack and jack stands if you don't have access to a lift. This is all straightforward, and it's something that most people can handle themselves. You're going to have to break down everything like your calipers and rotors and get your old shock and strut and spring setup out. Luckily, since this kit is a direct replacement, it makes the install easier. Your springs and struts install separately, so you're looking at needing to slide the front struts into place and getting the top nuts back on, as well as getting the spring seated and in place. The rear is a little bit different, but you're still looking at needing to remove your factory components. After the springs are installed, the shocks can be installed, and those go in the same way the factory ones came out, and that's pretty much it. Keep in mind that after tweaking this much of your car's suspension, you're gonna need an alignment to make sure everything still looks good and is in spec. That's going to do it for my review of the Eibach Sportline spring kit for the 79-04 V8 Coupe and the 99-04 V6 convertible. But you can check these out more online right here at AmericanMuscle.com.